Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kerryoth, and this is the Dwarves. What is the Dwarves? No, that doesn't sound right. What are the Dwarves? No. What is this game called the Dwarves? The Dwarves is a fantasy role-playing game with a strong story and tactically challenging real-time battles. 15 playable heroes, each with individual skills, are to be deployed cleverly to take on superior numbers of orcs, ogres, elves, bognilim, zombies, dark mages, and many more foes. Basically, RPG, RTS style thing. And it's based on a best-selling novel, The Dwarves, by Marcus Heitz, who I've never heard of, and I've never heard of the novel, which is quite bad. But never mind. Let's see what it's like. That's what we're here for. We're here to see if it's any good. Have a bit of a mess about, and we've done pretty well. With the last few first impressions videos, we've found some pretty decent games. We've found some enjoyable stuff, including a really good mobile port, which you don't say very often. Oh, Christ. That's very standard fantasy.
Ogres and all the other beasts of Tion
Aye.
are the guardians of Girdlegard. We are the children of the divine smith.
Of course.
We are the Dwarves.
Well, you can be under no illusion as to what you're facing here, or what you're getting. It is called the Dwarves, and it is stated very clearly. After a bit of a, I'm not sure that loading screen was entirely worth that 10-second or so introduction. Okay, we're on 60%. You can hear the background sounds, which is something, I suppose. There we go. Okay, press the game, pause the game. Not press the game, pause the game anytime by pressing space. Move the camera using the middle mouse button and the mouse wheel, excuse me.
Understood.
There we go. Click on the leaf attack on the lowest left of the screen, or press E and then select your target on the battlefield. I cannot talk today, can you tell? Oh, I see. Huh. Nice. There we go, so standard right click to attack. This guy seems to be a bit hardcore. So what does this other stuff do? Ah, it's like a cleave. And he's got like, it looks like mana points. What does W do? Shield bash, is that? Oh, it's a charge. Okay, cool. Ow. I may have somewhat run into a wall there. Did I charge my own dude as well? Okay, so we've got 3 abilities to start out with. Okay, well there's the camera. I can't seem to move the camera independently of the guy, which I would quite like to be able to do. That's kind of cool, I like that. Do you want to get out of it? Oh, I could get a few of them here. Yeah! Whoa, shit. I nearly ran off the thing. He feels a little bit sluggish to attack at times. No idea whether I'm supposed to be this far in, but... Oh dear, he's getting a bit... Let's go this way. That was a bit weird. I think because he's actually turning properly and he's not like... I was going to say spinning on the spot. I didn't think he was spinning on the spot, but it turns out he can also spin on the spot. It also doesn't seem to have any auto attack either.
A present from the workshop.
Okay, we've got a present from the workshop, alright. Go over to the chest and click on it. As soon as the U symbol appears, with the grenades you can be creative. Okay. There's no... I mean, I'm clicking on it, but he's like, on it. That's frustrating. Game, are you going to let me actually do this? Because I think that's the... There we go. It's hidden behind him. Oh, God. Right. I seem to also be wrecking my own guys, but never mind. Sorry, boys. It's all for the good of the dwarves. Okay, we're going to try and get over here, because I'm pretty sure we can probably do something on the bridge. Let's have a look, see if we can get over here. It's just orcs killed. I was sort of hoping for some form of awesome bridge blowing up shenanigans. Let's get over there. Right, boys. Okay, now it's telling me about action points. A little bit late, but I don't have enough AP. Alright, it costs 1 though, so that's not too bad. I don't know, this feels very grindy as an intro to a game. It feels very grindy indeed. There we go, that's sort of done something there. They're kind of going for an epic battlefield, but when all the enemies you're facing are the same, doing the same thing, it's not quite got the feel that I think they're going for. Just like that, they're running away.
My king, what are you doing here?
Giselbert I, the father of the Fifthling clan,
Oh, God, that's a bit
has not
jarring.
been on the front line of battle against the creatures of Tion for many cycles.
If he got off his
The king
arse.
surveys the battlefield and the defenders with a grave expression.
We are too few.
This you know as well as he does. But there will be no reinforcements arriving. Hundreds of brave warriors lie inside the fortress dying. The illness is running rampant. It brings weakness and death.
That's not good.
Stay at your posts. Be as steadfast as the granite of which we are made. Nothing can break us. Vrakas is with us.
So you say that. Some of the animation transitions are a little bit jarring, I'm not going to lie. Like, when they're talking and then it's like suddenly, well, say suddenly not talking, it just doesn't... Oh, I'm playing this dude now. I see. I was so busy focusing on the fact that I kind of feel as though maybe an approach more like what they've done with Tyranny. It's obviously not the same studio because it's THQ Nordic who've made this. But when they have the narration stuff going down, it's quite well done in that you don't really see anything on screen. Like, there's no sort of spinny camera or, oh, look at this, look at these units or anything like that. There doesn't seem to be any placeholder as such. It's just pretty much static, which you could say is like, oh, well, that's not very good. But I prefer that to having kind of spinning cameras and stuff. The actual range at which this guy attacks, and I felt with the other dude as well, is a bit strange. It feels like a lot of the time he's not connecting properly, and I like the fact that all this, like, you can be moved about and stuff, and there's collision on the units, but it's making for very slippery combat, if that makes sense. Like, you can see units are being pushed around, and it's... I don't know, I'm not convinced it works 100%. Because, I mean, when you look at that, the Orc's trying to run forward, but he's getting slipped about, which I appreciate the fact that you can actually move units that way, because it makes it more interesting, and it's certainly better than everything just standing static, but at the same time, it kind of takes away a little bit from the immersion when your enemies and you are kind of flailing all over the shop. So I like environmental kills as well. I'm liking that. Oh, I see. Whoops, my bad. Oh, for fuck, like, that is very frustrating. That is incredibly annoying. That shouldn't even be a problem, to be honest. Okay, let's go back to him. In fact, I can just press 1 and 2, I believe. There we go. Now you can give orders. I see. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So, it's got a real-time party system in it then. Whoops. I also keep beating the shit out of my own guys, which I really shouldn't do. was sort of hoping that that might do something a bit more than that to the catapult, but it didn't, so never mind. Okay, just give us a quick heal. Yeah, I like the friendly fire aspect of it. That's quite good. I'm enjoying that. It's just the implementation of some of this stuff I don't think is quite as clean as I'd want it to be, you know? That guy's just become the healer at this stage. Oh, that was pretty good. I also feel like he's not obeying my commands sometimes. Oh. All the orcs just spontaneously died. I don't know about this one. I don't know about it. I'm not...
Here and I'll split you like a straw, you treacherous elf!
In his fury, the old king radiates a ferocious power that none of Citalia's children could withstand. But the slight, willowy being sitting astride the shadow mare just grins down, mockingly.
You are mistaken. We are Alpha. We are here to destroy the elves.
All peace-loving beings here in Girdlegard are under our protection, and you cannot open the gate that has barred your path into Girdlegard since the creation of the world.
Not us, but perhaps one of your kind.
Ooh. Silence, you fool! Vrakas, forgive me for what I am about to do.
Quickly! In formation! You must hold them back until I close the gate!
I'm just not feeling this one. I'm just not. It feels like they've had a lot of good ideas, but the execution just isn't quite there. You know, it's very generic. I mean, yeah, I know it's dwarves. What are you expecting, Kiri? But it just doesn't. This doesn't feel like a unique game to me. This feels like This feels like I hate to say it. Kind of feels like budget action RPG number whatever. I'm not getting the hook. I'm not getting the thing that's supposed to draw you in. The combat isn't quite there. The voice acting's fine. But when that's going down, when the story bits are happening, that's not quite there. The movement isn't quite there. The actual impact of the combat isn't quite there. It's just, I don't know. It feels like it needs more polish than this. Oh dear, that's not good for him.
Look at me. I am Syntheras, the Reaper of your death. I will take your life, and the land will take your soul.
Get out of my sight, pointy ears, and let me delight at the closed gate a little longer.
The gate may have closed, but when you rise again from the dead by the power of the land, you will be one of us, and you will open it.
Never! My soul belongs to Vrakas.
No. Your soul now belongs to the land, and henceforth you will belong to it forever. Now die, and return. Then hand us Girdlegard.
I don't. I'm just not feeling this one. I really am not. I want to find like a redeeming thing. A thing where it's like, okay, I get it. Like I'm waiting to see that thing where it's like, I understand now. I get what they're going for. This is, well done kind of thing.
You're a perfectionist, Tungdil Bolafar.
but I'm not getting it. And it's
I've
just...
got a reputation to uphold. If you can't rely on the metalwork of a dwarf, what can you rely on?
It's very bland, and not to... I've never read the book that this is based on, right? I've never read The Dwarves. I've never heard of the author of The Dwarves. It's way too generic fantasy to get away with it, in a way. I mean, it's very rich coming from me, because I do like fantasy novels, and I like a bit of generic fantasy,
What can I
but...
do for you?
For me, nothing. It's Lot Yonan. He wants to see you in his study.
In your mind, you go through all
There's
the
no
instant
draw
incidents that
for this. I clicked through that by accident. Yeah, yeah.
Keep the Magus waiting.
See you later. There's goulash for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, so far, this is the thing. I'm only 15 minutes in, so I feel like calling it is a bit shitty. Like it's too early to call it, but
Groundling, come to the kitchen. We need you.
Jolison, a 4th degree famulus and your favourite foe among the students of magic, gives you a disparaging glance.
yeah. The narration is dry and abrupt, which I'm not a fan of.
Quick, or the goulash will get burnt.
You immediately recognise what the problem is. A chain running over a pulley for positioning the cauldron is detached from its mounting, and the cauldron stuck in the fireplace. It's a heavy load, and none of the family...
It sounds like she doesn't want to be doing that. That's what it sounds like to me for the narration. It's like, yeah, alright, there you go. I've done the narration. Now you do this, then you do that. It kind of feels very much like that, and I don't... That's not engaging. That is not an engaging tone of voice,
It'll be a
you know?
waste of goulash. And I'm hungry. Here, hold this.
Just repair it. It's fine. I don't know.
Damned freak.
For a moment, you hope...
No, I'm going to stop saying I don't know. I'm going to stop saying I don't know. I do know. It's not... It is just not grabbing me. It is missing something in this game. It's missing something fundamental. Something that would just make it more. Like, I don't dislike the way it looks, but I would be lying if I said I felt it looked particularly unique. I don't dislike the setting. But again, I would be lying if I said that I thought this setting was something unique. I don't dislike the fact that it's generic fantasy, but I would be lying if I said that... I don't think I'm going to play any more of this, because it's failed to grab my attention. It's failed to make an impact. There's something indefinable that I think games, especially of this type, require. They need something to stand out. They need something to grab you. They need a hook. And generic dwarves in a generic fantasy setting doing generic dwarfy things is not the thing to grab me. And I know it's called the Dwarves, and what else were you expecting, but I just don't want to play the game. Is what it boils down to, and it feels harsh because I've only done 20 minutes of this game, but it feels so just devoid of personality that I just have no compulsion to continue. But you might find it different. You might see it differently. You might be like, actually, that looks really cool. I really like the look of that. That's fine. More power to you. I'm not going to say that the game's bad, because mechanically it looked fairly interesting. It's clearly got full voiceover for pretty much everything, which is pretty damn impressive. It looks nice enough. It's just not interesting enough to me personally. So, there you go. That's kind of my first impressions of the Dwarves, and unfortunately they're sort of negative enough that I don't think there's going to be any more impressions of it. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.